Hey everyone, welcome to Cooking with Taz. In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to make an authentic Malabar dish. It's called Irachi Pola. In Malayalam, Irachi means meat and Pola means cake. So it's going to be a 3-layered savory cake. I've used beef filling for making this dish. So there will be 3 layers. The first layer is made out of bread, second layer will be the meat or the beef, and the third layer will be adding eggs. Malabar is a district in Kerala and I'm a huge fan of Malabar food. So Malabar cuisine is influenced by Arab, Dutch and Portuguese cuisine. So it's a perfect blend of different cultures. So Malabar food is rich and it's truly exquisite. So guys, let's get started and let's make this unique and interesting Malabar dish called Irachi Pola. For making this savory cake, I'll be using beef filling. So I'm going to show you guys how to make the beef filling. So instead of beef, you can also use chicken. So I'm going to cook the stew cut beef first in the instant pot. If you don't have an instant pot, you can use regular pressure cooker. I have taken 1 pound or half kilo beef. So this is stew cut beef. So next I'm going to add some spices. First adding grated ginger, half tablespoon, and then grated garlic, half tablespoon. You can also add 1 tablespoon ginger garlic paste, 1 teaspoon chili powder. So this is regular hot chili powder. I'm also going to add some Kashmiri chili powder, 1 teaspoon. So this is mild and it will impart a vibrant red color. Half teaspoon turmeric powder, 1 tablespoon coriander powder, 1 teaspoon garam masala, and finally going to add 1.5 teaspoons salt. Give everything a good mix and let all the spices coat well over the beef. Allow it to marinate for 15 minutes or you can keep it for longer time, 30 minutes to an hour, or can be kept overnight in the refrigerator. Next step is to cook the marinated beef. So I'm using my instant pot. So I've added the marinated beef into the stainless steel pot and let's close with the lid. So I'm going to select pressure cook setting, and since this is beef, it will take 20 minutes to pressure cook. So set the time to 20 minutes at high pressure. So I'm using Instant Pot Ultra model, so I'm clicking start. After 20 minutes of pressure cooking, I'm going to do a quick pressure release. So if you don't have an Instant Pot, you can cook the beef in a regular pressure cooker. So I'm opening the lid. So here is the well-cooked beef. So there is some liquid in the pot. I'm going to strain the liquid and I'll use that for making soups. I will be only using the cooked beef for making the beef filling. You can cook the beef ahead of time and store it in the refrigerator or in the freezer for a few weeks. Next, let's make the beef filling. For that, I've placed a pan over medium heat. I've added 1 tablespoon coconut oil, or you can use any kind of oil. Adding 3 onions chopped. So I've taken yellow onions. Let's season the onions with half teaspoon salt and let's cook the onions till it turns slightly translucent. Next, going to coarsely grind ginger, garlic, green chilies in a blender jar. So I've added 3 garlic, 1 inch slice fresh ginger, 1 green chili, and a few curry leaves. So if you don't have curry leaves, you can skip it, and it depends on how spicy you want. If you want this dish to be very spicy, you can add more green chilies. So next I'm going to coarsely grind this, so adding like a tablespoon of water. So don't add a lot of water and make into a paste. We need to coarsely grind this. Let's add the ground mixture to the onions. So when we grind ginger, garlic, green chilies, it will add more flavor and taste to this dish. If you don't want to grind it, you can skip it. Just add grated or chopped ginger, garlic and green chilies to the onions. Combine well and let's cook till the onions turn light golden in color and also the raw smell of ginger garlic goes away. So this will take a few minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to slightly grind the cooked beef in my food processor. So I'm adding the cooked beef, just the beef, don't add the liquid. So let's pulse this. So we don't have to make into a paste, we are only going to slightly crush this. Here is the crushed cooked beef. As you can see, it has not turned into a paste. There are small bite sizes of beef, so we need to have that. So next I'm going to add this to the cooked onions. Onions have turned light golden in color and it smells really aromatic right now. So next let's add the crushed cooked beef. Combine everything well. So since we have cooked the beef with all the spices, the beef itself tastes really flavorful and aromatic. It smells amazing right now. So let's cook this for 5 minutes. So we don't have to cook any longer because we have already cooked the beef and also the onions have turned light golden in color. We don't have to add any more spices. So finally, let's garnish this with chopped cilantro, around 1/4 cup. If you prefer, you can also add some chopped mint leaves. This beef filling tastes delicious by itself, so you can enjoy this along with rotis, chapatis, naan, rice or pita bread, or you can make different kinds of snacks out of it like cutlets. Use this as a filling for samosas, spring rolls, or you can just make into sandwich or wrap it in a pita bread. So many delicious things you can make out of this beef filling. In this video, I'll be using this beef filling for making the savory cake, so let's do that. First, let's make a batter out of bread. So for that, I have taken 4 bread slices. Remove the sides from the bread slices, so we'll be using only the white part of the bread. I'm gonna roughly chop the bread and then add it to a blender jar. So I've taken 4 bread slices. Adding 2 large eggs to the bread. We can add up to 3 eggs, but I'm only adding 2 eggs. Adding 1/4 teaspoon ground black pepper, and for a nice color, going to add 1/4 teaspoon turmeric powder. Next, let's add water. So I'm going to add 3/4 cup water. And let's season with 1/2 teaspoon salt. Let's blend this and make into a smooth batter. Here is the smooth bread batter. So now let's start with the cooking. I have placed a ceramic non-stick saucepan over medium-low heat. So we need to use a non-stick round pan for making this. Adding 1 tablespoon ghee. So let the ghee melt and swirl the pan and let it spread all over the saucepan. Pour the bread batter onto the greased saucepan. Cover the pan with a lid, and this has to be cooked over low heat. It's very important, the heat has to be low. It will take a few minutes for the batter to cook well. So after like 15 minutes of cooking, so this is how the batter looks like. So I'm going to open the lid. So this is after 15 minutes of cooking. It has not cooked well. It's still watery. So we can go ahead and add our beef filling. I'm going to layer this with the cooked beef filling. So spread it all over the bread batter. I have added a thick layer of beef filling. So let's continue to cook this over low heat. So I'm going to close the pan with the lid and let's cook for another 10 minutes. We'll be adding beaten egg as the top layer. So for that, into a bowl, I'm cracking 2 large eggs. Let's season with 1/4 teaspoon salt and 1/4 teaspoon ground black pepper. Beat this well using a fork or a whisk. It's been cooking for 10 minutes after we have added the beef filling. So now let's top this with the beaten eggs. So spread it all over the beef filling. Gently swirl the pan so the egg will form an even layer. Going to garnish with 1/4 cup chopped cashew nuts. Let's close with the lid and cook over low heat till everything has cooked well. So this is going to take around 20 to 25 minutes. After 20 minutes of cooking, I'm going to insert a knife or you can insert a fork and check if the center of the batter has cooked well. So this is still watery, so it has not set well. So I'm going to cover and cook over low heat for another 5 more minutes. After 25 minutes of cooking, I'm going to check. So it's very important we ensure this has cooked well and the center is not watery. We are going to flip this over. So if the center has not cooked well, this will fall apart. So now this looks like a firm cake. So this is good. So I'm going to cover the pan with a plate, and next we are going to flip this over. So gently flip this over. So now this falls in the form of a cake. So this has cooked perfectly. So the next step is we need to slide this back into the saucepan. So before that, I'm going to grease the saucepan with 1 tablespoon ghee. Using a wide spatula, gently slide this back into the saucepan. So we need the bottom side to cook well. So it will fall nicely into the saucepan. Perfect. So again, cook over low heat for a few minutes till the bottom side turns golden brown in color. After 10 minutes of cooking, let's flip this onto a plate. So the bottom side must have turned golden brown in color. So cover the pan with the plate and then flip it over. So that's much easier. Look at this beautiful 3-layered savory cake with bread, beef and eggs. Looks stunning, and this has cooked perfectly. Since we have greased the pan well, nothing is stuck to the pan. So this is perfect. Let's cut this into wedges. So since we have cooked this for almost 15 minutes over low heat, the inside has cooked well and it has turned firm like a cake. So it's much easier to cut this. So this is rich and delicious bread, beef and egg savory cake. Here you have it guys, unique, rich and exquisite Malabar dish Irachi Pola or 3-layered savory cake. This can be served as an appetizer or as a main dish, and you can use any kind of meat like chicken, beef or lamb. So guys, do give this unique recipe a try and let me know your feedback. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll be back with more cooking videos. Until then, happy cooking, take care and bye.